The get up is one of my absolute favorite core exercises because it teaches your entire system to work together, from ankles, knees, hips, spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck. Everything in your body needs to work in motion in order for you to be successful with the get up. I recommend that you do not begin with a heavy kettlebell at all. Begin super light so you can focus on nailing each and every step of this movement and get your breathing locked in. Because the breathing pattern in the get up is by far the most important thing. If you screw up your breathing, then everything else will become more difficult. So for most people, that might be that you're starting with a 4, 6, or 8 kilo kettlebell until you learn the pattern, and then you can quickly increase the weight as you get stronger, you get more coordinated in the movement, and you lock in your breathing. For the get up, we're beginning on our back with the kettlebell to the side. Then we're grabbing the kettlebell and actually hugging it into our chest, and then we're rolling up on our back. And that's because if the kettlebell is heavy, we don't want it on our side like this and try to lift it up over ourselves, because then we can easily get pain in the shoulder or in our elbow just by screwing up the motion here. Hug the kettlebell, roll over on your back, and then from this position, we're pushing the kettlebell towards the ceiling and getting into our starting position, which is where we have the leg on the same side as the kettlebell raised, and then the leg and arm on the opposite side is angled a little bit out to the side. So actually the leg and the arm here is approximately parallel. So we don't want the arm up here and the leg down here. So a little bit out to the side with both arm and leg. From this starting position, the first thing I'm going to focus on is my breathing. So I want to make sure that I'm not pushing the kettlebell towards the ceiling like this, but I'm controlling my breathing so I actually feel that the weight is pushing the kettlebell into my shoulder socket. When I found that position, I'm going to begin the first step of the get up, which is rolling over to the opposite shoulder. And then here I'm finding my breathing and letting my shoulder sink into the socket again. Then I'm rolling up on my elbow. Find my breathing, let the shoulder sink into the socket. Then I'm pushing the ground away. Find my breathing again, let the shoulders sink into the socket. Then I'm lifting my hips. Breathe, let the shoulders sink. Kick the bottom leg in underneath yourself, so approximately in underneath your belly button here. Breathe, let the position sink in. And then I'm raising myself up. You guessed it right. Breathe again. Let the shoulders sink into the back pocket. So the elbow is not bent in this position, but we want to make sure that we keep our arms straight and shoulder down. And then here I'm imagining my front leg is a door that I want to close. Breathe, let the shoulder stabilize. And then here I'm lunging up. Getting back down. Opening the door again. Let the shoulders sink in. Breathe every time. Then I'm bending to the side. Imagine that your arms is a windmill here, so the arms are directly on the opposite side of the body from each other. And then here I'm kicking forward. Sitting down. On my elbow. And finish off the motion by imagining I have eggshells on my back that I don't want to crush. So slowly getting back down. So key points here when we're doing the get up is breathing is the most important thing you need to focus on. The second thing is every time you switch positions, make sure that your elbow is straight and your shoulder is pushed down into your back pocket. Breathe, let the shoulders sink in. Those are the two main things you need to focus on. Don't stress about if the rest of the motion isn't perfect the first couple of times you do this exercise, because it has a lot of steps and the learning curve is quite steep. So focus on moving with good breathing patterns and with a stable shoulder, and then eventually you'll nail the other motions in this exercise. I've seen it time and time again. It's difficult in the beginning, but focus on your breathing, focus on your shoulder stability, and then you will improve in this exercise and you'll feel why this is my favorite core exercise of all time. And that is the get up.